and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today I'm sharing some farmhouse thrifted DIYs. This is the first one. I love this little mail holder. I guess you could really put whatever you wanted in here, but I actually got this for free after an estate sale. They threw everything on the side of the road for free, and I am not too proud to go ahead and grab whatever is on the side of the road. So the first thing I did was just paint it in the color Truffle by Waverly Chalk Paint. And then now I'm using a silkscreen transfer. This little guy was from Amazon, and I will link it down below for you guys, but Amazon has a lot of really great farmhouse silkscreen stencils. I think they are so great. Although they don't last that long, I have probably at least used this one a dozen times, and I think it is starting to wear. But that is all I did for this, and then I threw some greenery in here. I don't know exactly where I want to put it, but I think this turned out great. And today's video is sponsored by Heyday. Heyday is a fun farm game where you can build and design and perfect your farm from the ground up, and you also can personalize it any way that you want. This farm is simple and a relaxing game where crops never die. You can grow, harvest, and trade at your own pace. You can care for adorable farm animals like chickens, cows, sheep, and more. I love this farm a little bit more than I love my own, although I love my goats so much. It is winter time right now, so this I can do from the warmth of my own home. But I love playing this any chance that I get. You can also create and sell homemade goods, from baked treats to stylish outfits, using fun production buildings. And lastly, you can join friendly communities to trade, share tips, and complete weekly events, which I'm actually a part of a couple of those. Also, if you guys want to check out Heyday, I will link it down below for you guys, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. Right now, if you download Heyday using my link, you'll receive an exclusive free reward package valued at $15.99, and it's available till February 15th. And all you have to do to get your reward package is download using my link, go back to that link once your game is downloaded, and click it again, and it will automatically appear when you open up the game. Some of my favorites were the ones shown, such as the balloons and the flowers. The fun is over for now. We're going to jump into this other DIY. I picked up this birdhouse cabinet. I think that's what we're going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to go ahead and paint it in the color moss, and this is by Waverly Chalk Paint. I did not do anything with the inside. I kind of just kept it and kind of almost painted it shut because I had no intention of ever opening this, and it was kind of gross on the inside, I'm not going to lie. I'm also going to go ahead and dry brush it. I am using a chip brush. I picked this up off of the Dixie Belle website, but I think you can probably find them absolutely anywhere. And I'm just doing like I said, a light dry brush, and this is just with some white chalk paint. And I actually did the entire thing, the front, the back, the sides, and sometimes, I'm kind of one of those people that don't do the back sides of things, but I'm like, this is so cute. Like, I need to finish this completely. I also love these transfers. These are from Dixie Belle, but I honestly don't think that they have these anymore because I was looking recently for them, could not find them. You may be able to find them on Amazon. I'm not sure, but for whatever reason, the glare and everything was just making the camera not function properly, so I kind of cut that part out. But this is what it looks like when it is done. I think this turned out so good, and I love using those rub-on transfers. They are so fun to use. So I want to share some projects that I started this summer or fall or during the springtime, and I just never finished them. So this table was $1 at a garage sale, and I think it sat in my garage for maybe a good year. I loved it. It was solid wood, so I knew that I was going to put it to some good use. I really actually have had this in my living room for quite some time, and I absolutely just love it. So the first thing I did was gave it a good clean-ish. I don't really say I'd clean it because I'm just going to sand it and make a mess, but this took days to do, and I think that's why that this project took me so long, because there was so many coats of paint on this that my sander was just not having it. And if you sand an electric sander, your hand eventually gets kind of tired. So when I seen this, I kind of knew it had a water stain right on the top of it, but I was like, okay, it'll be okay. Like, maybe I'll be able to do something. I tried every trick and tip that I could find on the internet, and I could not get it off. So you'll see later on in the video when it comes to that. But I didn't do a ton to the bottom because I wanted it black, so I just used some flat black spray paint, and I'm just going to give it a good couple coats of this just to kind of cover anything that really needed to be covered. It was honestly pretty good as far as like I kind of sand scuffed it down a little bit. And yes, I had shorts on. I really miss the shorts weather. So it's kind of funny watching this back, and I miss spray painting, and I miss being outside, and I miss sanding, and I also miss wearing shorts sometimes. But yeah, so I just gave this a good couple coats of spray paint along with the drawer. All right, and here is me going over this just a few more times because there still was some black paint on here. And after I saw that water stain right in the center, I was really kind of considering and second guessing what I wanted to do with this. But I knew that I just wanted to keep the wood the same color and just kind of give it a stain on the top. And I cannot think of what the stain is called that I use, but it's not even really a stain. It's almost just like a clear coat just to kind of bring out the original color of the wood. So I'll try to find that wherever I have it, and I'll link it down below if I can. But yeah, it just kind of brings out the original color of the wood. And then when I was putting this on, you could just really see that water ring. But it's okay because honestly, I have it covered with a tier tray. So nobody would ever know that there is a big ugly water stain on this. And you know what? For $1 for this solid wood table, I really couldn't pass it up. And yeah, I think it's going to be in my house for quite some time. All right, when I can find a good deal, I can find a good deal. This was $2 for this chair, and this honestly took me almost a year, I think, to do. And I don't know why things take me so long to do, but there was like a chip in the middle of this. So obviously the first thing I did was sand it down. I know people love to use stripper, but I am just not. I think I might try it out. I'm not sure. It just seems like a lot of work. And when I really want to work on something, like I want to do it right now. I don't want to put something on it and then walk away from it and come back 2 hours or 3 hours later because I might just not want to do it in 3 hours. So I'm always sanding. I did sand this pretty good because nobody wants any slivers when they sit down. And then I'm just using some wood filler for this. And then once that was all dry, I'm going to go ahead and sand it down. There was some like little cracks and divots like in this chair. So I did just kind of cover up like whatever I could. And then, yeah, sand it down. I did end up trying to spray paint this white, and whatever reason, it was not covering. So it was kind of good because I was almost able to use that spray paint as some sort of primer. So I did not show that because it wasn't covering, but you'll see in a second like what it looked like once I spray painted it. And I didn't even do the whole entire thing. I started on it and I'm like, oh my God, this is absolutely terrible. Now I'm just using the color Sage, and this is by Waverly, and it's almost like a brown gray color. It's hard to tell when you're taping because like the lighting was a little off here, but actually it's a very pretty color. I'm actually giving this chair to my grandma. I told her like a year ago that I was going to do this for her, and I don't know what it is when it comes to furniture. Either I have a love-hate relationship with it, like I love painting furniture, or I just like stop in the middle because I can't stand doing it. Like it's just one of those things. Let me know in the comments if you guys are like that too. Like you start on a project and you're like, oh, this doesn't sound good anymore. But yeah, I wanted to get this done for her. She has like a really pretty like vanity like sink top, I don't know, in her bathroom, and she needs a chair, so maybe she can add a cushion to this. But either way, if it sits in her bathroom, it's going to look so cute. Once the paint was dry, I had to get out rub-on transfers. I just love using these, so any chance that I get, and these are kind of out of my comfort zone, although I do love a good flower here and there. It just doesn't seem like the kind of decor that I use, but I still think this kind of gives out some good like farmhouse vibes, just a little bit. But yeah, I think this will match her bathroom perfectly, so I did just want to add some really pretty touches to the chair. So I did add 3 different flowers to the bottom of the chair, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some smaller decals to the top. I'm just going to use this polyacrylic, and I'm just going to do a few coats of this. I prefer to use a roller, but it is totally up to you how you want to do it. I just think it works a lot better. And then I did just use a tiny paintbrush to get through all of the little crevices and things that obviously a roller would not go through. But yeah, I think this turned out so great. I did end up adding 3 coats of this polyacrylic just to make sure that if she did get it wet that it wasn't going to get ruined. But I just love the way it turned out. I think it looks absolutely pretty. All right, for this one, I picked this sign up from Goodwill. It was $1.49, and I'm just going to tear the middle right apart. So I thought I was going to add some scrapbook paper to the back of this until I realized that that wood piece was not going to budge no matter how hard I tried. I didn't want to break it, and I didn't want to ruin it because I do want to add that circle back in place once this was completely done. So I just kind of, picked my battles, and I just chose to paint this entire thing black. And this was so shiny, and I didn't sand it down. If I would have, it probably would have needed 1 coat, but it did need 2. Now I'm just using some scrapbook paper. I grabbed this pack from Hobby Lobby, and I love that it just looks like faux wood, and I just traced around the circle, and then I'm just going to use my glue stick. Yes, if you guys already know, I love my good old Elmer's glue stick for pretty much everything. Anything I could possibly get my hands on and use it, I will use that before anything. I'm just putting that scrap paper right on the top of that circle, and then now I am using this Chocateur silkscreen transfer to add this really pretty family quote, or this family, what is this, a definition to the center. And I've used this one a few times, but I just love this, and I think this turned out perfect. I think it turned out perfect. I think it looks so good, and I think this has to be one of my favorite DIYs lately. I really am trying to get back into some thrifting. I was doing thrifty or flipping Fridays, thrifty Thursdays. I want to do something again. So let me know in the comments below if you guys do like thrifty videos, because I really do enjoy making them. Once everything was glued back in place, I thought this needed to be distressed just a little bit, so I'm just taking a piece of sandpaper and distressing the edges around the sign. And for this DIY, this little birdhouse cost me $1.49 as well from the Goodwill. And I'm just going to go ahead and paint the roof black. Obviously, I didn't show what it looked like beforehand, but you will kind of get the whole gist of it. So the top was kind of, and the bottom was like, so, it just needed some work. So yeah, black on the top and then white on the bottom. I knew I could turn this into farmhouse. I seen something at my local Meijer recently, and it had a pig on a birdhouse, and it said like farm fresh. I don't even remember exactly what it said, but it was super farmhouse. So I figured if you can like go to the store and buy a birdhouse with a pig on it, I could make anything, right? So yeah, this just, I just did a few coats of this, and I say a few because it did take like 3 or 4. Also using these rub-on transfers from Amazon, I just decided to go ahead and use the Farm Fresh one. And then my friend actually sent me some older Dollar Tree rub-on transfers, the eucalyptus ones. I have not seen those in years. I was ecstatic when I opened the box and saw these because these were some of my favorites to use. And I just added a couple of those to the sides. You guys, that is it for the video. Don't forget to check out Heyday. Use my link in the description box below or the QR code on the screen and download Heyday and have a little bit of fun and enjoy your winter time with a new game. Also, don't forget you can receive an exclusive free reward package when you use my link. You get 16 decor items to personalize your farm with a total package value of $15.99. That is it. I will see you in the next one.